On Capitol Hill today, a debate over race in America at issue whether the government should pay reparations for slavery to African Americans, and both sides had their voices heard.
H.R. 40 is, in fact, the response of the United States of America long overdue. Slavery has never received an apology. This commission will be comprised of members selected by the President of the United States, the Speaker of the House, the leader, and, of course, those who've been entrenched in this process.
A House Judiciary Subcommittee debated the bill that would study how the U.S. would implement reparations to African Americans amid a national conversation about what the federal government owes descendants of slaves. Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey says the U.S. needs to address persistent inequalities.
Decades of living in a community where you see how deeply unfair this nation is still to so many people who struggle, who work hard, who do everything right but still find themselves disproportionately with lead in their water, Superfunds in their neighborhood, schools that don't serve their genius.
But Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell opposes it.
I don't think reparations for something that happened 150 years ago for whom none of us currently living are responsible. First of all, it'd be pretty hard to figure out who to compensate.
Supporters of reparations say the effects of slavery continue.
The injury persists even after I actually commit the act. That's the case with African Americans. There are people well within the living memory of this country that's still suffering from the after effects of that.
But opponents say the focus should be on the problems of today.
The misery that we've been dealing with, and no one says a word other than let's look back and see what can happen for 200 years ago. Let's deal with today.
Reparations, by definition, are only given to victims. So the moment you give me reparations, you've made me into a victim without my consent.
Now, there was not much talk today about what reparations would look like. For example, would they go directly to people or perhaps into programs? Supporters say that's what the commission would be for, but it's very unlikely the bill would make it through the U.S. Senate.